All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier eye hypnosis life healer coach and your personal guide. So today's pod is, I guess you could call it maybe a part two to yesterday's pod. Yesterday, of course, we were celebrating 100 days of something that I had set out to do uh, just over 3 months ago. I said I had been, taking a bit of a, like a mini holiday from my health, and I had stopped, exercising. I had just kind of, gone into holiday mode, and finally, somewhere around March, I decided that it was time for me to take control of my health and make sure that I am not only fit, but that I'm able to build a habit. And, for those of you who are regular viewers, listeners, and watchers of the pod, you know that a lot of what I talk about is about consistency, is about, making sure that you keep coming back. And especially if you're looking to build a habit, when you keep showing up, that truly is when miracles happen. So yesterday, like I said, was celebrating 100 days, and so technically today is day 101. Of course, I did my 20-minute run. I've just included kettlebells. I finished that as well, and here I am, doing my daily pod as well. So as I was getting ready to record the pod for today, the theme that popped up in my head was everything to do with the power of continuity. Now, by that I mean, very often we tend to kind of look at a lot of things that we want to do as projects. And so when we complete it, we tend to sort of like let go of the reins. And before you know it, your, old habits have kind of come back, your new habits have fallen off. So obviously the intention here is to ensure that you have a continuity plan. And by that I mean, whether it is okay, fine, you did the, whatever day detox, or whatever you intended to complete, but what happens after that? So one of the antidotes that I created quite a while back was that I don't do any of these processes as a challenge, which means sometimes we talk about like a 90-day challenge or a 30-day challenge. For me personally, that is that, and that has historically been very counterproductive. By that I mean that I start and maybe get all pumped up, but typically by the time I would reach midway or towards literally like the last part of the challenge, so to speak, either I would finish it or I would give up. And so I realized that instead of looking at these projects as a like a specific limited period of time, why not just keep the units of doing it? So for example, like I was telling you yesterday also, as I was sharing that when it's running, it's 20 minutes. It doesn't cost a lot, but over the span of time, which is over 3 months, 6 months, a year, everything will add up. I know that also because I've been doing these pods now literally for more than 2.5 years. And I know, even if I look at it and think of it from a place of mindset, where I was 2.5 years ago, and of course, where I am today. So this is, as I said, today's theme is everything to do with continuity. And interestingly, I was, having this really powerful conversation with members of our ambassador group. These are, of course, people who've been in our programs, and they've, deeply benefited from these programs. And now, they want to give back. They want to be able to help in letting more people experience the power of what we do. And so in this context, we were having a conversation about creating content, and this theme of continuity just echoed because the intention, of course, is to create content on an ongoing basis. And so as a community, when we're doing it, where literally there are different people who are assigned different points of time to do this work, When you zoom out, obviously, as a community, we are constantly going to be creating content. We're going to be, you know, making this available to people who are looking out, people who really want to benefit from what we do and what happens in our community. And so, of course, I'm talking about our community. Now, the question for you is, how or what can you take away from this? What can you apply in your own life? What can you apply in your community? So, just if you've obviously reached this far, drop a comment below. Let me know. Um, what have you picked up from this? What are you doing to create a continuity plan? So, one thing I can definitely say is that one way to have a continuity plan is to be part of a community. And if you've maybe as a healer, as a coach, you've just started off on the journey, and maybe you reached a point where you've experimented with a couple of communities, or maybe you've just been doing it by yourself. Now is definitely a time to uh, you know this is me inviting you to come and experience what happens in our community. And obviously, if you like the way our community works, if you like the programs, then you're more than welcome to stick around. And we of course have a couple of programs every Monday and Friday at 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time. We meet for a live program. This is uh, an opportunity for you to get to meet me live and also the members of our community. So this is one way for you to connect. This is of course a complimentary membership. So this is just our way and my way of ensuring that you're able to experience something, and where there is you have nothing to lose but everything to gain. Once of course you've attended this and you like what you've experienced, you can go deeper. And as the saying goes, it's like those who pay attention. So if you are looking to go deeper, we do have a couple of tracks. We have the foundation program. This is, of course, our 3 day process. I mean, this happens every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. And we also have another batch which happens on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. So these are different ways in which you can connect, in which you can go deeper. And if you like the 3 day process, we do have the advanced membership, which is a 3 month renewal membership, and this is a 3 month process, so you can really go deep. And of course, the subjects that we specifically focus on is one, of course, your soul identity. Two is your toxic habits and how you can literally transform your life by changing your beliefs. And lastly, but in no way the least, your money breakthroughs. Because when you're able to work on the first two, the third one, your money breakthroughs, literally become like miracles that you're living. And if all of this sounds exciting and you want to go deeper, you want to learn how I do this, you want to be able to also apply this in the lives of people that you care about, family, friends, and especially as a healer and a coach, you want to apply this in your own business, then you can learn these skills. And this is something that I teach in a 90-day process, which is the mastery program. So these are 3 ways in which you can go really deep. And of course, if you're looking to be mentored or you want to be coached by me, there is a personal coaching program, and slots open up from time to time. So you're more than welcome to come and join us. And if you have any questions, you can definitely reach out and let me know. And for especially if you reach this point, then you're more than welcome to also follow me on all the social handles. There is a link below, or you can find me on Insta, on YouTube, and of course on Facebook. And yes, if you happen to be on LinkedIn as well, I am there as well. So you're more than welcome to connect and let me know if there's anything in particular that you really need help with. And I am here to help you. And as always, I say this, and I've been saying this literally now for years, that if there's any way in which I can help you, please do reach out and let me know. And having said all of that, of course, as always, remember to live your purpose. God bless. And of course, I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.